If you want an easy and affordable way to increase the function and style of the back end of your 2018 or newer JL Wrangler, this Typhoon Series 14-inch dual ring spare tire third brake light will be a great way to do it. Now, your third brake light is important and most of the time necessary to keep up to DOT standards, but sometimes when you upgrade to a larger tire, it can get obstructed or it may not be reusable on some heavy-duty tire carrier options. Now, this will be a perfect solution for that and great for the JL owner looking for an easy to install and affordable option. It's going to keep them noticeable, if not much more noticeable than the factory one on the road for safety, while also adding modern and dynamic styling to the rear end of the Jeep. This will feature a bolt-on design that will sandwich right between your tire carrier and the spare tire with a 5x5-inch JL bolt pattern and will fit with any wheel that you pair with it, considering it's 14 inches in diameter and roughly half an inch thick. Now, as you can see, this will also have that dual ring setup with 180 LED chips underneath there, being extremely bright even with the stealthy smoke blends on top, while also being incredibly efficient, lasting over 50,000 hours. That's going to give you some peace of mind that you don't have to worry about this, whether you're on the trail or just driving around on the street, and this is going to hold up for a long period of time. This will be durable for what it is with a high quality ABS frame, which I think is great considering that you don't have to worry about rust. Now, this is also going to have a weather sealed design with an IP67 rating, so no water or dust is going to get in and harm those LEDs. Now, the best part about this is the plug and play design, making it incredibly easy to install this and reap all the benefits. Like I mentioned, this will be affordable compared to other choices at about $85. What I will say is that you're getting a lot out of that price point with the dual ring setup, the amount of LEDs that are in this, and the easy plug and play design. Now, other options may be set up a little bit differently in design and the amount of LEDs, which may fluctuate the price, but I think for the benefits that you're getting at $85, it's definitely worth it. Install will be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about 20 minutes to get the job done. Now, speaking of the install, one of our customers here at Extreme Terrain has installed this on their Jeep and is going to walk you through the process step by step. So it's going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into it.
So the installation today is going to require you to have some sort of wrench so that you can take off your tires. Now, I'm going to be using an impact wrench with a 22 millimeter socket. The key that comes with my Jeep. Also, you will have most Jeeps have a toolkit that already comes with it, and inside of there you will find just a smaller wrench and a T40. The T40 I'll use, it doesn't come with the T25, but I'm going to be using the T25 today as well. So these are all the tools I'm going to be using for the installation. So to begin this install, we're going to have to take off the spare tire, and we are going to end up putting the ring light behind the spare tire. So in order to take off the tire, first we're going to have to take off this cap for the backup light. So we'll do that with the T40 that you either have or you have with the that came with the Jeep. So we'll do that. And it should just slide right off. So next, in order to take off your tire, your spare tire, since mine has a key lock, I'm going to use the key lock socket with my impact and take that right off. So, all right. And the other two would just be with the 22 millimeter. All right, so now that we're done with that, we're just gonna slide the tire right off. All right, so we'll set that to the side. So now, you want to grab your ring light. Your ring light should have a top right there to show where the placement's supposed to be. So we'll just slide right over the holes that are already put on there. There are tons of holes, so it'll just slide right in there. And that's all you do in order to put the ring light on. All right, so next, after you've installed the ring light, what you'll want to do is you want to take off each of these. Your stock brake light has a bunch of screws here that you'll want to take off with that T25. So that's what we'll do. We'll just go ahead and take off all of those screws. You'll want to take off here and all around this bracket right here in order to completely take off to get into the inside of this bracket. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Again, you want to use your T25, and I'm going to use it with the wrench that came with the Jeep. So we'll remove those now. All right, set those to the side. Alright, so I've got one more. Alright, once you take off all the screws and everything, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this bracket. I'm just gonna slide this out of the way just so I can get to the plug easier. So this plug is what you're wanting to take off. Now, my hands are big, and my fingers are big. So what you'll want to do, there is a clip on the bottom part right under it. So what you want to do is press on that clip, and it should be able to just slide right out. Now, since my hands are big, I'm just gonna use just a little pry tool and get up under that and pull it at the same time. So it should just be able to come right off, right after that. All right, just like that. So it should just be able to come off just pretty easily. So now what you want to do is I'm going to set my brake light to the side, and what we'll want to do is you'll want to grab your plug and play for your light here, and you'll want to use that with the brackets, your old brake lights connector. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna route it behind into the hole back here. So I'm gonna route the wire back here in the back, or actually, I don't know if I should do it under or through the back. Let me try under first, see how that works. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do under. So I routed it under. And you could probably tape it down inside of this apparatus right here, or you could probably leave it. I'm sure it'd be fine. So what you'll want to do is grab the old wire. We will grab the plug and play that has two connectors. We will plug in. I'm going to route that through the back. We are going to plug in the old one, this one, into the plug and play, the bigger connector. So we'll do that now, and that'll just slide in right, just pretty easily like that, and they'll be able to connect. So I'm going to route the wires in the back the same way they were with the stock. So for the original wire, and then I'm going to route the other one on the other side. All right, so what you'll have left is just the one connector from the plug and play of your third ring light. Now, what's left is you want to grab your stock, your brake light, and you'll want to put it back into the place where it was. I'm going to do that. Route the wires back up. Okay. So, like I was saying, I'm gonna put the third brake light, the ring lights wire on the right side, and the original wire for the brake light on the left side, how it was before. So the last thing you'll want to do to connect it is the leftover connector that you have, and connect it to the brake light, the spare light's brake light right up top, like how the original wire was. And it should just connect pretty easily. So now that everything's connected, tuck your wires in. So because a wire is routed under the apparatus, the length of the wire it won't allow the bracket to close. So I'm gonna reroute it to the side, and it should give me the length I need. All right, so after now that I have enough wire slack to wire to get all my wires the way I want, what you will want to do is on the back of this bracket right here, as you can see, there are like the little claws right here. So you'll want to probably hook those into the back first, into your light first. And then after that, you should be able to connect everything the way that you need to. So the last thing that what you'll want to do at this moment is just to connect the bracket back into connect the back to the bracket. All right, so now that the bracket is back on, what we'll do is just go ahead and attach the screws back in using the T25. Almost there. So one thing you'll probably want to do before all of this, before putting the tire back on, is you just want to check and make sure everything works. So we'll go ahead and do that now. All right, so I'm gonna start up my vehicle and we'll see if everything works. All right, so as you can see, it looks pretty good. So now we'll just go into putting the tire back on. Everything will be the exact same as before. So we'll grab our tire. And you'll just want to slide it into place. Grab all of your screws. So now that those are down, now that those are in, I'm gonna torque them down a little bit. Okay, and lastly, you'll put the cap back on for the backup camera. And use my T40 to go ahead and tighten it. All right.
So that's going to wrap it up for my review and the install of this Typhoon Series 14-inch dual ring spare tire third brake light, fitting all 2018 and newer JL Wranglers. And remember, for all things Wrangler, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.